Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. Coming to you from Little Manatee River State Park. Doing a little Christmas morning hike. Not sure how well the signal's gonna hold up, but I figured I'd bring you guys along for a little bit of the adventure. Most of my family is up north in Pennsylvania, and this year with the storms I unfortunately was not able to go and stay put in Florida. So this is how I'm spending my Christmas morning, out in the wilderness. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Turn on some of my widgets that I forgot about. Shut here. It's a little chilly this morning. The sun's not out, so it's not making it as nice as it could be. I think it's about 65, but it feels a little bit cooler than that. Probably be able to take you guys about halfway through this hike to the primitive campground area. I imagine once I get to that realm, the signal's probably gonna bonk out, but we'll see. Sorry if this is a little bumpier than normal, as the trail is a little rough. Be interested in seeing how much damage was done to this trail from the hurricanes. This is my first visit in about a year. Merry Christmas to the couple of you I see online here. Happy Hanukkah, while defending. Did forget my hiking poles this morning, so some of this is going to be a little bit of a challenge, I imagine. Holy cow, you can see a lot of timber they've already had to cut down, it looks like, due to the storm up here on the left. I'm sure these trees all fell as a function of Hurricane Milton or Helene. Thank God we are blessed with volunteers that are able to come out here and clear all of this so we can still walk through the trails. Merry Christmas, Christine. Sorry if it's a little bumpy here. And indeed, volunteers. Thanks to all of the volunteers. Hopefully Santa was good to all of you. No buckets of coal. Just joy and peace and loving times with your family. There's another big tree that has been chopped. Moisture on the trail. It hasn't rained in a while. Surprised the Be walking on wet ground. My name is Santiago. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, smash that thumbs up for me if you could. It lets the algorithm know that you dig this little walk through the wilderness. This is a loop trail. I'm going to start with the left flank. Be about 2-3 hours. I'll come around the other side out of there. Take a little while for this first section of the trail, and then we'll get to the river. It's very shallow and very murky. Oh yeah, look at this big monster. Which I can only assume is another tree that was wiped out by the storms. And that's a big one. This thing was down for a while. Merry Christmas to you all out in TV land. Trying to keep the narration at a minimum here so we can enjoy the wilderness. Give you a quick 360. This is one of the more popular hiking trails in the area. They have a lot of scouting events here. cavern in there where the roots used to be. Merry Christmas to the 8 of you I see on the screen. Trail's pretty well maintained. As you can see, pretty easy to follow. There are some markings where it is a little less walked through. Feels like I'm starting to approach the river. Look at that tree. Wow. That sucker is enormous. Man. Wow. Look at that. Look at that root pack. Woo. That's some tree right there. Storm took out. Oh. Little limbo action. Freaking big root cluster. Where's everybody from that's on the screen here? Or that was on the screen here. Fading in and out. Starting to leave the hammock forest and get to the grass plain area. Which means we ought to be close to the river. As you can see, a lot of the grass is dead right now because we're in the middle of our dry season here in Florida. In fact, since Hurricane Milton, it really hasn't rained a whole lot. So we went from too much rain to drought conditions. Which isn't good because in the early winter, January, February, that ends up turning into wildfire. But not as crazy as California's wildfires because we do prescribe burns here and actually take care of the vegetation like we're supposed to. Because we're not worried about the purple tree frog going extinct. We'd rather have humans not go to extinct by getting burned in fire. And we've made it to the river. We'll get some better views of the river momentarily. That is the Little Manatee River. Merry Christmas to everybody tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button on the way in or the way out. If you haven't done already, make sure you subscribe to this channel. We are the Monroe Street Players. We're a Tampa-based funk classic rock band. Lots of live performances on this channel and miscellaneous adventures here in Florida. If you want to see what Florida's really about, make sure you're subscribed. Not that Florida man crap they say on the news. Overhyped Florida. Now generally this stuff is wild boar digging for food. There are a lot of wild hogs out here at night in this region. They're quite a nuisance in the south, actually. So many people are starving. I don't know why they just don't send the military out to slaughter half of them and fillet them and feed so many people that are starving. A nuisance could be turned into a blessing, but who am I to preach? Especially on Christmas Day. What's up, Chino Perez Garcia? Merry Christmas. See you there on the chat action. Welcome to the Little Manatee River State Park hiking trail. In the Central Florida Gulf region. Not so much wildlife today. Usually I see quite a few butterflies by this point of the walk. It is winter. Just hear a few birds chirping. Make sure you guys smash the like if you enjoy point of view wilderness content, real live trail action, and funkadelic music. This is your channel. Phew, I swallowed that. A little moss in the mouth. this sucker's bouncing. Look at that. Look at that fine algae. That, my friends, is from fertilizer runoff from the subdivision that is nearby. They're only allowed to fertilize certain times of year, and fall is one of them. So I imagine that is a pretty fresh bloom. They try to do the fertilizer applications in a time period where algae has the least amount of propensity to grow and blossom. So you can only imagine if the environment was fabulous for that to develop. Merry Christmas to everybody that's tuning in. Hopefully Santa was good to you. Merry Christmas to all of you just popping in. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Hit that thumbs up for me. It's free to do. Christmas is a nice giving day, and I'd love to grow this channel a little bit more so I can bring you more fun escapades from the band. Oh, and there we have a jumbo squirrel. That's a fat sucker. I don't know if the video showed it without me zooming in. Alright. Let's go down to the riverbank. Oh. Let's not bust my asses on the way down. Welcome to the Little Manatee River, and when they say little, it's no understatement. This is a creek or stream to most folks. You can rent canoes and kayaks and explore this area. Great way to break the heat in the summertime. There's a little more, perhaps wild boar digging there. See some kind of paw prints. Do not see anything living in the water at this point. No gators. I do not see any little teeny fish. Oh, there might be a couple right there. It'll be too small for you all to be able to see, but stop fighting me. There we go. Merry Christmas to you all out there. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Bring you a day in the wilderness in the Little Manatee River State Park. There's a little panoramic action. There's the whole spot. If you would, let's go back up north, up the trail, see what else we can find. There's somebody's random ass sock. It's kind of random. Alright, back up the trail we go. You guys here just 1 second. Merry Christmas again to you guys out there in TV land. Make sure you smash the like. Tell people about this fun channel, the Monroe Street Players. We are a funk band in Tampa, and we like to make it funkadelic. We'll have a live performance on here from time to time, some of our rehearsals, some of our antics. Be sure to check us out. And here comes a little bit more of the Little Manatee State Park. That was kind of creepy zooming in on my face there. Sorry guys, I have to reset my gimbal there. It was being a little difficult. Merry Christmas to you all out there in TV land once again. Another footbridge. Sometimes in the summer these fill up with a couple 3-4 inches of water that obviously drain down into that Little Manatee River. This is such a neat piece of property. I'm glad that this was donated to the Park Service and that this didn't become a big subdivision. This piece of land would have been in one heck of a golf course subdivision thing with that creek and that sort of thing. They're building this crazy lagoon thing down the way where they take water from the aquifer and make this artificial lake. There's another one north of here, and I'm not a fan at all because of what the waste of a water resource, what that impacts the area in. Our water's too precious to be wasted on a lagoon when the beach is like 20 minutes away. Go to the beach, for the love of God. You don't need a lagoon with 25 trillion gallons of water or whatever it is. It's just a complete waste because all it does is evaporate and they have to constantly replenish it. leave that water in the ground. Merry Christmas to all you watching from home. Looks like there's about 6 of you online. Parts of the country you guys in? You guys freezing? You guys warm? You guys just lurking and not chatting? It's all good either way. Appreciate you tuning in. On this little walk with me. I figured I'd turn this camera on. What the hey? Probably take you all the way till we get to the primitive campground area, and that should be probably time to hook up the battery. Another tree, but this one I do remember has been here a while, and it looks like it was a function of some termites. The way it's brittled. If you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button as we come live streaming from deep in the jungle of the lake. Excuse me, of the Little Manatee River State Park, Hillsborough County, Florida. We are about 45 minutes south of Tampa, about 30 minutes east of St. Petersburg, and about 3 hours north of Fort Myers. Piece de resistance. A much larger view of the river. There's a fresh cut. This was a definite hurricane cut. Looks like some nice pine. Still smell a little pine, actually. Merry Christmas to you all just popping in now. Be sure to smash that like button for me on the way in or the way out. That would be the best Christmas present you could possibly give me. And if you also feel so inclined, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell button so you're reminded the next time we go live with the band concert, which the next one will be January 17th. Some funkadelic tunes coming your way. We do a little bit of hip hop, we do a little bit of acid rock, we do a little bit of yacht rock, we do a little bit of hard rock, we do blues, we do fusion. There's a little bit in there for everybody. So be sure to subscribe. It's definitely one of the more wintry looking days for Florida. Yeah, we are the sunshine state, and it really looks like it could snow any second, even though it's not that cold. I heard a voice. Somebody across the way over there. I hear a voice coming from across the river. It's about the last go for the river, and we're going to make a hard turn back inland pretty soon. So we're 36 minutes in, so I've probably gone about a mile and a half maybe. If you ever come out here on these trails, you always have to be cognizant, if you feel lost, to be sure to look for those markers that make your life a lot easier. Sometimes on rocks, sometimes they're on tree branches. When you go out west in the desert hiking areas, they're usually on rock surfaces because there's not so many trees, depending on where you go. I think the best marked trail I've ever been on is probably the South Kaibab Trail. That's in the Grand Canyon area. If you're into hiking, that should be on your bucket list. Definitely want to do the rim to rim hike. And do it all in one day. Hit the trailhead about 8 in the morning and should be back by about 6 or 7, depending on how long your lunch break is. Gotta have a stout back though, because you gotta carry a lot of water. Oftentimes the running water isn't plentiful on the way back up, so you've got to bring it with you. So you've got to be able to really handle 3 gallons of water on your back. Go through 2 and with no problem. In an emergency backup, normally you can just bring 2 and fill up, but they've been working on that water system for a while. Who knows, by the time I'm saying this, it could already have been done. It's been a little while since I've hiked that area. It's on my list though. I think springtime I'm gonna go back and try to hike the rim from the other side. Not from the southern Arizona side, but the northern Arizona side. It's a little bit more remote. Love me some hiking though. It's good for the mental health. Nice and peaceful. So Merry Christmas to you guys out there in TV land. Hope your Christmas day is peaceful. Hope if you have a crazy uncle, that he doesn't get too drunk on wine or Jack Daniels and start trouble. Sure, we all have a family member who can be a little ridiculous from time to time during the holidays. Don't talk politics unless you can agree to disagree, and apparently we lost that ability in this country. We need to get that going again. Compromise will make us rise. I'm just saying. Can't always be at each other's throats. Make sure you smash the like on your way in, on your way out. That would be a fabulous Christmas present for me. I also want to put my shorts on. Brought shorts and some other gear. I wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like with these clouds, how much heat from the sun was going to radiate. It's starting to get warm now. Better warm than cold. Merry Christmas. There's some people on the trail. There's some people on the trail. My ankle hurts. Stepped on something weird. My ankle's been getting grumpy lately. Broke my left ankle 10, 12 years ago. I guess it must be getting arthritic or something. Sometimes I step on stuff and it hurts. Sure, it's strong as hell, all the walking I do. I'm just no longer 35 years old. Which is a big reason I hike and like to walk all the time. If you don't use it, you lose it. I watched my parents. As soon as they stopped working, my parents worked late into their senior years. As soon as they went to idle speed, may they both rest in peace, their lives shortened and went downhill quickly. Stay active. There's a world out here. Turn the TV off. Screw the NFL. Screw the NBA. Screw Major League Baseball. The UFC, all that crap. Go live. Go be with people. Go do stuff. Experience the world. Travel. I'd rather eat ramen noodles and travel and have a whole lot of memories than eat juicy steaks, have a big flat recliner, a 95-inch TV, and no memories to speak of. Because all I did was worry about the box scores. No, thank you. That's not what life's about. You gotta experience new things. You gotta be open-minded. There it is again. Damn. What the fuck? My ankle is not liking this uneven ground today. You are not liking this uneven ground. I'm going to tighten up my boot real quick for some stability. Chat amongst yourselves. That'll give that ankle a little bit more support. There we go. think we're starting to make the turn away from the river. Merry Christmas to you guys out there. Hey, Dave C. Merry Christmas, sir. Coming to you from the little Manatee River State Park. Doing a little hiking action. Make sure you guys check out his channel, All Classics Restoration. Everything Mopar. Everything classic. Quite the talented painter and restorer. All Classic Restoration YouTube. Yeah, it's a good one, Dave. It's about 63 and a little bit of clouds. So this hike's about a 7-mile loop. So we're somewhere around mile 2, still near the riverbank. Here's the little Manatee State Park, the little Manatee River, if you would. It's basically a tiny little stream compared to the regular Manatee River. Zoom out a little bit. Sure, smash the like button if you haven't already. Hopefully Santa's been good to everybody in the chat. Not too many buckets of coal. Oh. Hopefully somewhere along between those floor pans there is a beer, a nice glass of scotch, or some Christmas cheer to go along with the day. Can't be just all work. Alright guys, here's another example of fertilizer runoff. This nice standing pool of whatever is definitely fertilizer runoff, as we were just permitted to do the fertilization in the last 60 days, and with the nature of things, it usually runs off and creates this mess in the freshwater ponds and that sort of thing. And of course that kills any tiny little fish and anything relying on oxygen. Yeah, it's probably best to do that after the welder's put away. You're right, Dave. Many hiking trails up in your neck of the woods, Dave? You do much hiking? Get a chance? Do you have much time to do hiking? And I know I'm terrible. I have the vertical live stream and not the horizontal because I'm trying to top off the last chunk of subscribers I need to cross the finish line. Oh, cool. And of course, despite what they say about Florida being flat, you can see there is a little bit of a ridge and some little bit of rolling landscape. I wouldn't quite call it a hill, but it's definitely not flat. Oh yeah, I can understand that. Bum knee is ugh. I played lots of years of tennis all through high school and college and whatnot. I'm surprised my knees are still good. That's why I don't squat at all at the gym. I don't do any of the heavy crap. Just do enough to keep in shape. If I lose or injure one of my knees or one of my legs, one of my hands for that matter, it's bye-bye drumming. It does, you're right, Dave. And the funny part is I'm still very close to the coast. I'm about 40 minutes south of Tampa right now, but I'm maybe 25 miles west of the Gulf, so still relatively close to the water table compared to when you get to out by Orlando and Claremont and those areas. They have got some pretty sizable hills that definitely qualify as regular hills. It's amazing the trees that have fallen from the storm. There's another one right there. And the fact that these are volunteer squads that come through here and clean this mess up and chop these trees down. I imagine it took them a couple weeks to get this back in track after Hurricane Milton and Helene. Yep, can't lose that sticking ability. That's what keeps me sane. Music kept me level-headed through my divorce and kept me out of trouble. So many bad things I could have been involved in. Could have turned into a drunk, all kinds of crap. Normally it's relatively busy. If I pull up, there's usually 5 or 6 cars here, which means there's maybe, 5 to 10 people scattered throughout the trail. I passed one family earlier, but today I imagine it'll be pretty dead. The Boy Scouts use this from time to time. There's a primitive campsite in the middle where they come out and do some of their activities. Wait, it's not called Boy Scouts anymore. It's Scouting America or whatever. All inclusive. Diversity, equity, and insertion. Merry Christmas to the, looks like 8 of you that are all chimed in right now. If you could, smash the like button. That'd be a nice stocking stuffer for me for the holidays. Here, plane overhead. It's cutting throttle back to go land at Tampa International Airport. The turnaround for the flight path to line up for the final approach is right near here. So a lot of planes go over this area. They basically go to the mouth of Tampa Bay, make a U-turn and head north and then land. So I'm about at the mouth of Tampa Bay. Yes, insert current pronoun. I go by the pronouns F and U. Well, actually, those are both consonants, or a consonant and a vowel, rather. Not really pronouns. In reality, I'm a teach their own kind of guy. I just don't like things being shoved down my throat. I have no problem with anybody of any other variety, and I get along with everybody. Just when it comes too extravagant. Too infiltrating. Yeah, that's my pronouns this Christmas, me, myself, and I. Trying to recover from this hurricane crap. All my family's like, are you coming home? You coming home? Hell no. If I showed you what my bank account balance was today, whoo-wee. Hopefully by February everything's back on track. I don't think I'm going to be out to Vegas for the Brewer thing. Plus, to me, the magic's kind of worn off on that in a way, so to speak. But it's the same also with Sin City family. I don't participate in any of their crap anymore. Manny did me real dirty on a visit. And so rather than stay involved any longer with that dude, where he would actually put me to a level that I'd be angry, I just ignore it and unsubscribed, and he got a lot of money from me and didn't, and that was the end of that. Broer got cocky when he started hanging out with that Steve dude. He's not humble anymore. He was humble when we were all taking care of his health bills and all that kind of stuff. I don't know where that guy went. Enough about that. Probably the only YouTuber I really watch much anymore is a guy Mackie Mota, and I watch Mark. And I watch Mackie Mota because I spend time with him when I go see Z, so we're friends. And Papi Chulo, he was probably the first live streamer I met in Vegas, right almost simultaneously when I met Broer. And I've known him forever now too. And they've always treated me like family, where not like an acquaintance or a number or fair weather. If I want to take time to give you a friendship level, I have some sort of expectation. So I just back out for safety level. You know, I'm on the path to the primitive trail now, or the primitive campsite. This trail is a little less walked, if you would, less manicured. Yeah, he got money hungry real quick. I went out with him one night, and Broer did good. He hit like a hand pay on a buffalo at Caesars, and then that Steve dude was paying like $100 freaking craps table. So I think Broer got a little green with envy. But I did get to meet a bunch of cool people. Also don't know what happened to Jeremy and Lisa. I sent Jeremy a Instagram joke about our current president, and he got a little offended, I believe. And so I don't ever hear from him anymore, because he's a true blue as true blue can be. Yep, greed and money, you're right. And materialism. It's not about shrinking, and it's not about the Nike logo on your sweatshirt. It's about the heart that's in your chest and the soul that is in your body. People miss that. I missed it for a while. I didn't learn that crap until I got into my 40s. Some people awaken at a different age, and I said awaken, I didn't say woke, for those of you scoring at home. For the 6 of you I see on here, make sure you smash the like button. We're another flank of the little Manatee River here. There's a lot of tannins in the water. If you see, it's clear, but it has this brownish tint. Those are the same tannins you see in your coffee and your iced tea that come off of the tea leaves, of course, that stain the water. I believe the water is not in the best shape because there's a big phosphate plant near here, and I think some of this water got polluted at one point, and it's rather brackish. I've probably hiked this trail 10 times. I've never seen any real fish of any kind in there. I think it's just mainly a stormwater runoff kind of thing. It may be even man-made. I don't know the history about it. So many bodies of water here are diversionary because they have to change the water tables and the elevation of dirt to be able to build. And pump water from this area to that area, which is why so many places flooded the last storm, where you had Sarasota and neighborhoods that were in subdivisions flood, and Tampa, neighborhoods in subdivision far from the Gulf, far from anywhere, start to flood because the pumps that keep those areas dry lost power. And they could no longer divert that water, and that water came into the residential areas. Some areas of Tampa have been relying on those pumps for the last 50 years. There's another plane overhead. I put the camera on to show you guys. But yep, another one just made the U-turn for the Tampa flight approach. Yeah, ever get a bug to get down here one of these weekends, Dave? There's a lot of $59 Spirit Airlines from Charleston and Winston-Salem to Tampa oftentimes. Get down here pretty cheap. Especially now that it's going to be pre-season, and this year's snow season's going to be crazy because there's not many hotels open yet, at least in my area. Of course, my area is more timeshares than hotels. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to find a temporary outhouse. I need to find a tree stump to put you guys on for a second. You know, there's a popular shop down here in Tampa. I don't know if you've heard of it. Just every time I see it, it makes me think of you. It's called Mostly Mopars. Are you familiar with those guys, Dave? Oh yeah, Allegiant's usually pretty good. They're usually also same 59, 69 bucks. Like kickers, they don't have near as many flights per day, and if they run short on people, they cancel. My sister got stuck here for a week flying Allegiant from Pennsylvania. She said, never again. I just got my all-you-can-fly pass again from Frontier. I scraped into savings and pulled it off because they had a VIP sale for previous clients. Instead of $6.99 for the year, it was $2.99 for the year. Since I'm pretty flexible, that thing was amazing. First year I got 27 flights out of it the first year. And I only had the seasonal pass. I didn't have the whole annual pass. They lost money on me big time. Now they got rid of almost all the direct flights to Vegas, which is whatever, but I don't mind hanging out in Denver for a couple hours and having a slice of pizza and a beer and a smoke and then going back to the airport when it's costing me 15 bucks, 20 bucks at the most. And I'm elite on Frontier now, so I get to pick my own seats. And I'm really close to gold. And when I get gold, holy shit. Once I get, wow, this place got crazed. When I get to gold status, oh, that's a fresh, there's a fresh palm tree. When I hit gold status, I get a free bag. People complain about Frontier, but if you go in expecting knowing what to expect and just staying with the program, you're fine. It's a la carte. Stop at Dollar Tree, buy a couple snacks, maybe licorice, some beef jerky, Oreos, whatever. $3-4, throw that in your bag. Instead of spending 20 on the plane, take a refillable water bottle, take a tablet with some earbuds. You have a couple movies, a book. What more can you ask for? You can spend $25 and do it that way, or you can spend $189 each leg and have everything that you want. Holy shit. It's pretty messed up here. Ooh. Holy fuck. This bridge is all fucked up. I don't think they fixed this spot yet. Ah. Holy shit. Gotta take you out in the Gulf to fish too. It looks like my signal might be a little crappy here. I knew I was gonna get that bad signal here. I'll leave you guys for 1 second. All right, looks like the signal came back. Holy shit. Damn. Wonder what section of this walk that was from. This is an old tree. Wow. That's an old tree. That one was here already. There's something rustling. Who knows? Oh, that's a fresh palm. Still got green fronds on it. All right, enjoy your lunch. Merry Christmas, Dave. All the rest of you out in TV land, make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me. It's a nice stocking stuffer that you can give me for Christmas. You don't have to spend a dime. You don't have to commit any crime. You just have to listen to my ignorant rhyme and smash that button. Pretty close to that camp. The primitive camp. Oh, stop it. Sorry guys, the gimbal is going crazy. Ooh. I don't know if I can finish the trail. I might have just hit a dead end. All this shit here. See if I can figure out a way to get around it. Let me see if I can get around this shit. Oh yes. Okay, this way. Oh, you're a quacker. Looks like I'm not getting some bad signal here. Just trying to get into the depths. Another crazy tree. Merry Christmas to y'all out there in TV land. This shit's starting to get fucking crazy. Hang on, guys, 1 second here. Forgive me while they out instead. Merry Christmas to anyone watching this menagerie. Damn. It's this trail. Can't fucking tell where I'm supposed to be at. I think it's this way. I think it's this way. Yeah, damn. All these trees knocked down makes it crazy. Pull up the map to double check. Can't recognize some of the shit. Merry Christmas to anybody watching at home. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button. Oh, there's a little battery warning. I'm going to be ending this live stream pretty soon since I never made it to the primitive camp. Ooh, that hurt. Got some Jaggers. Got some Mick Jaggers. Merry Christmas to the 4 of you tuned in. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Nice wilderness content coming to you from the Little Manatee River State Park. 45 minutes south of Tampa Bay. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. This trail is pretty messed up in the middle still, I must say. Lots of trees down. Come in here with a saw and just start cutting. And battery powered suckers. All right, gang, it's been fun. Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning into this wilderness hike on Christmas Day in the Little Manatee River State Forest and State Park. Enjoy the rest of your day with your family. Season's greetings.